when I see somebody on you, it makes me die. A little just
This snow, bro. Like, this that champagne stuff, man. For real. I hope that, wow, and I got ice on my window. Like, that's just great. Supposed to get like 4 to 6 inches. Like, this is just ridiculous. What it do? YouTube, it's your girl Bianca. No money, and I just woke up. Like, I literally just woke up. So my voice is gonna sound kind of iffy. And my hair look a hot mess. Whew. I was trying to look good for y'all. To the best of my ability. But, but today, okay, so I was supposed to be going to look for furniture today. But the reason why I'm not going anymore today is because I don't want to say a snowstorm, but there's like a lot of snow coming down, and there's a lot of snow that's already on the ground. So, I mean, I'm still not used to the champagne snow. Like, when I looked on the news, it said 4 to 6 inches. So, I mean, when I hear 4 to 6 inches, that means stay yourself in the house or whatever. And I tried, but I got so much mucus in my throat, it just don't want to come up. But I tried to go to the store. I went to the grocery store yesterday to buy some groceries just in case it was like a lot of snow outside, because I wasn't going back outside today. And yeah, I was supposed to go today, so I rescheduled for next Saturday instead. So hopefully don't nothing interfere with next Saturday, because then I can like vlog like me being there, like what type of furniture I'm looking at and stuff like that. Most likely I ain't buying no furniture, but I just want to look around and have like an idea. Well, I got approved for credit though, but I don't have a job right now to pay that. I mean, I'll start work probably sometime next week or the week after, but yeah. But so instead of me doing that, since I can't vlog my day today, I'm just gonna talk about my experience with birth control. So I have been on 3 different types of birth controls. What was the first one? I was on the implant, the pill, and right now I'm on the shot. So the implant, to me, okay, out of all 3, I would recommend the shot. But if you don't really want to gain, I mean, all of them make you gain weight, but the shot makes you gain more weight. Trust me, I know. I gained, within the 2 years of me being on birth control, I gained, I want to say 40 to 50 pounds. And the only reason why I'm on this shot, okay, this is all I'm going to tell you why I'm on the shot. The implant, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's these 2 marks right here. Which one I had first? I had the top one first, and then I just got the second one, like a year ago. So with the implant, I was on it for about, I want to say, not even a year maybe. And I was in a relationship at the time, so of course I want to be on birth control. I don't want to have any babies or whatever, but it was like my first option, because like when I was in high school, like most of my friends that were on birth control was on that one. And I don't hear so many stories about it. I was scared to actually get it because one of my friends at the school, one of the girls at the school, she got the implant, but she had degree burns, and she had to get surgery to get it removed because it was just so far in there, like it was almost like damn near lost in her arm. So that terrified me. Then my other friend, she was on it, and she said that she was laying on the floor, and I think her little cousin, somebody had stepped on it and it broke. So I'm just sitting here like, do I really want to be on this? Because I done heard so many stories about it. I done heard that, well, I done seen like on YouTube and stuff, like some people, it was hard for people to get it out, or they had bad experiences with it. But I'm just like, that's everybody else, you know. You could be different. You could probably have better experience with it or something like that. So I wasn't scared to get it. Like, I was scared, but then I was just like, let me suck it up. So I went to go get it. And when I did go get it, like, all she did was, like, numb my arm. Did she cut it open for me? No, she numbed my... That was just the dumbest question I ever asked. she numbed it first. I know lip strap. She numbed it first and then cut it open. She had this little tool thingy, and she put, like, the rod in it. I think the rod was... I think the rod was either already in there or she put the rod in there. It was one of them. That's how you know it was so long ago. She put it in there, and then she numbed my arm. She cut it open. I just cut it open. And then it's like a little push thing where it just pushes in. So like she'll line it up with the hole and just push it in there. So I couldn't bathe on that arm for about a week, I think, so it can heal. And then ever since I did have it, like, you can see, like, the rod, and you can feel the rod. And when I had got into my next relationship, which is who I'm with now, they was actually terrified of the rod that was in my arm. And reason being was because when I do this, it was like you can see it. And then, like, to him, when he did touch it, it felt weird. It felt weird. 1 minute. Oh my god. I just spit up some. I'm really trying to, like, spit up this cold. But, like, he was scared to touch it. Like, when he did touch it, he said it felt weird, like, real weird. And he, but it's like, you know, he loved me, so I was like, just touch it. Like, I wanted him to overcome that fear, because I'm just like, I'm gonna be on it for a minute. And then, like, I'm a roughhouse person. I like to fight with my boyfriends and stuff. Like, when it come down to me being in a relationship with a dude, like, I love to play fight. Like, that's just how I am. So then I had to think to myself, like, if he's stronger than me, rougher than me, and I got this implant in my arm, I was always scared because I felt like it was going to either move, he was going to break it or something. So I just got to the point where I was tired of being on it, because I'm just like, me and him play a lot. And then he's scared to even touch that part of my arm, so I'm just like, why would I even just be on it? So, I mean, I was gaining weight, but I didn't gain too much. I gained probably like 5 pounds. And I just got off of it because of that, because he didn't really like the implant in my arm and nothing like that. But then also what really actually got me to take it out was, like, it shifted down. So that's why I have a second cut. It shifted down, and it wasn't supposed to. So when I came to college, I got it removed. She had to do the same thing. She had to numb my arm, cut it where it moved down to, and then try to get it out. Now, the crazy thing about that was that it was real hard, like, so freaking hard for her to get it out. And, like little scissors, is it scissors? Yeah, the little scissors that she used to try to pull the implant out, I kept feeling, it was like the little pokey ones. And it was like, I kept feeling the poke. And she numbed my arm, like, I couldn't feel nothing but, like, my meat is hanging out. So I felt like the scissors poking, and I kept feeling it. She just kept numbing me up, and it was just so hard for her to get it out because so much tissue was surrounding it. So when she did get it out, it was like bent. Like, she had to bend it a little and, like, keep doing this just so it can, like, wiggle out. But then I eventually got that out. I didn't want to get on the shot because I heard a lot of people was getting weight on the shot. So I got on the pill. That only lasted me 4 days. Because it's so many different pills out there. I forgot the brand that I had, but that brand, it was just not for me. Like, I felt nauseous every day. I felt isolated. Like, I felt like I just want to be to myself. I didn't want to mess with anybody. What else? I couldn't really eat, like I said, because I felt like I had to vomit every day. And when I called Planned Parenthood about it, they was like, those are some of the symptoms for some of the pills that we have. They said to just wait it out for a month. So I'm just sitting here like, wait it out for a month? Who finna feel like, who finna feel nauseous for a whole freaking month? That's a whole pregnancy. Like, I was like, no. And then when I say I did not feel like myself, bro, I did not feel like myself. Like, I was just, it was like I was there, but my mind wasn't there. Like, and then when I be telling like the doctors about it, they just look at me like I'm crazy. I'm just like, my body can't take that pill. Like, and I'm not gonna sit here and be a fucking guinea pig and just, oh no, try this pill, try it. Like, no, you're not gonna put me as a science experiment. Like, I'm not, test subject or whatever. I'm not doing that. So then every doctor, it don't matter where you go, your next option is an IUD. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, it's a T-shaped thing. I was like, alright, they got different ones. But then, like, they got the little model of the female's vagina and then, like, what it looks like inside. And I heard too many stories about that. People's theirs been falling out and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, no. But then on top of that, they explain to you how they put it in there. I'm just like, no. They gotta go up in you and snip some type of lining or whatever, just so the thing, just so the thread or whatever can like wrap around it and like whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, you're not finna snip me like I'm no damn dog or no cat. I'm just like, no thank you. I would never get on that. Like, I have a friend that's already on it, and what she told me, like, no, I'm not getting on that. And my last resort was the depot shot. That's what made me gain so much weight. I'm actually upset at the fact that I gained so much weight, because now I'm 200 pounds, because I just went like 2 or 3 days ago and I just found out I was 200 pounds. So, I mean, but then on top of that, because I was in Mississippi for winter break, I feel like that's where most of that weight came from, because I was just eating and laying down. But depot, I mean, that's really my last resort, because I don't want to try nothing else. Like condoms, I mean, I'm in a relationship where it's just me and him. Like, he ain't doing nothing, I ain't doing nothing with nobody. So I mean, condoms is like, no. And then they got like the female condom, but I don't really trust that. They got the sponge, I don't really trust that. Like, it's just, the shot is just the best way for me to go right now. And like, yeah, I gained a lot of weight, but my thing is, where is it going? Because when I tell people that I'm like 200 pounds or whatever, they look at me and just be like, you don't even look like you're 200 pounds, because we all know what 200 pound people look like. Like, my stomach is not out there. I mean, the only thing that's probably big is my breasts and my thighs. Now, I think it's really going to my thighs because I got so much cellulite. Like, my thighs look like granny thighs. Like, not wrinkled, but like cellulite wise, like, it looks terrible. But my boyfriend tends to love it. So, you know, I mean, well, floats his boat. But I will be losing this weight eventually this year. Like, but the only person that can really motivate me to lose the weight is him. So, like, I'm trying to wait until we actually become, like, one. Because, like, right now, ever since I started my freshman year, we've been in a long-distance relationship. So, I just been trying to wait. So, like, we supposed to be in our own place and everything together. So, it's like, I'm trying to just weigh it out and just eat less. Because birth control makes you eat more. But I mean, yeah, but like my experience, like I was on 3 different birth controls. The worst one to me was the pill. Some people can do the pill, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. And then the implant, it was good, but it was just the fact that it shifted, and that kind of worried me. And then the lady told me, the doctor who removed it told me that you're not supposed to see it or feel it or anything like that. She said if they didn't put it up in there far enough, that's why it shifted. But it was crazy how it shifted, and then it was hard to come out, so I just didn't understand that. But yeah, like that's actually my birth control experience. Like, I don't want to get back on the implant because I'm just like, people gonna look at me like I'm cutting myself. Like, no. So at the end of the day, I mean, what I would recommend, like, if you don't want to gain weight, just use condoms or be abstinent. IUD, I mean, I just really feel like IUDs is for people who just got to have kids. That's my opinion. I mean, I just can't do that. Like, when they talk about snipping something, I'm just like, no. You basically spaying or neutering me. Like, no, I'm not doing that. But at the end of the day, that's my college experience. Oh my God, I'm still trying to wake up. My birth control experience. So like, if like you ever have questions or anything, just let me know because I've been there, done that. So I'm gonna end this video right here. I'm gonna try to come out with some more story times. Just let me know what y'all want to hear. A Q&A, anything, just let me know. So I'm about to eat me something. I'm about to eat me a Yeroy, however y'all say it, because I'm hungry. Deuces.